Roundhouse, I got some bungalows. The church motherfuckers in the house. My main man, the Flying Jew.
Hello.
My other little brother, Rodrigo Torres, coming at you direct. You're like, Joey, where the fuck you been? I'm busy. I've been shooting a movie for a few days. We had Tiffany Haddish on.
Why are you asking questions,
fucking
guys?
Sunday night, so we haven't been around, but we're back to the normal schedule next week, and that's that, all right? Don't be fucking asking questions. What's up with you? Your mom's in town. I call you, act like a half a fag.
No, I'm not.
Hello? He picks up the phone. Like,
well, we were at dinner.
Hello? That's some bad fucking Italian dinner. I knew when he said, I'm like, Fat Tony's on Lancashire. I hope he didn't go to that place across from the CVS that's got the bad pizza, where the one night they brought the pizza, Red Band gave me the original recommendation. So that right there alone tells you it's fucking terrible. We were high. Jesus Christ, that's why I don't like fucking coffee in the studios. God, throw that shit out. No good to have coffee in the fucking studios or in your car. I don't like it. That's what always happens and shit. We drink water.
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
What?
Steve Simone wanted to go out to dinner with my mom and I.
Steve Simone wants to jump off Laurel Canyon Boulevard. You got to jump on him, cocksucker.
Really?
Yeah. What the fuck?
That's what you got? You're like the quickest wit west of the Mississippi.
That's it. That's plain and simple. You got to go, no, let's go to Mazzarino's. My mom's in
I said that, but I had to come back here. It was the salad was disgusting, but the entree was pretty good. But we
just threw a burp before that smelled like billy goat meat. I smelled it all the way over here. You understand me? No, your ass will smell like cocksucker. What?
How can you talk about smells that come out of anyone's body after you have had like 2 or 3 episodes with and I'm just jealous of the most amazing farts.
But at least it's not a burp that comes out of my mouth.
What's wrong with
like
the burp?
Dead goat. Because it smelled like hummus meets fucking Chinese food, and you had Italian. That's what's wrong with that, you fuck. If you have Italian food, it should smell like a fucking Guido in here, not like a fucking dead lamb chop. Especially after you ate.
I had Mediterranean food for lunch.
That's what it is. That utter disgust. One day you're gonna call me from the doctor. They're gonna have a drill bit up your ass. You're gonna be crying. I can't go to the fucking thing. I haven't shit in 18 days. Because you put that hummus and you mix it with that Mediterranean food, it's amazing.
It's good.
Amazing. What's going on, Rodrigo Torres?
Fucking chilling, man.
I'm happy to have you on here. Rodrigo's a dear friend. I've known
Hell yeah.
Rodrigo before the P and podcast was fucking invented and shit.
2001. I was there at Gilbert Escobar's little VFW. And
VFW with the tacos.
Those
outside.
burritos in that fucking... those are the bombest burritos in LA.
In LA.
They're bomb.
And the tacos, 50 cent tacos.
What?
Delicious.
Why are we here? Let's go there.
Delicious.
You just gave me half of a cookie. All right.
Well,
how many milligrams is a cookie?
10, 20.
No, come on.
10, 20, who cares?
You still worried about that cookie you munched on?
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I just know I'll be dead.
You got a cape, dog. You're cool.
Rodrigo used to take an acting class together with the gay guy that used to date
Arthur Mendoza.
Lawrence Fishburne. We had fucking...
but that's one...
We used to do an acting class in the backyard where the cats were discovered. With the African, the old guy with the piss on his pants. Fucking tremendous. We've been around a long time, so...
That's cool.
I figured I'd have him on just a very savoir-faire type of podcast.
Yeah. Chill.
You know, can you put it on Twitter, please? Because I couldn't do it from the house.
Yeah, of course.
Let them know we're live and rocking and rolling here.
So I went and saw Jeopardy tape today.
I saw that.
It was pretty great.
You did? You had a good time with Mom?
Yeah.
Did you eat a half a gummy bear? Or
No.
Sober?
You walked in there fucking
I was the youngest
cold.
person there. They bust a group of school kids in, but like people who signed up, everyone was like 90. They had 3 bathroom breaks.
Little old ladies that look like Martin Scorsese's mom.
Pretty much.
Did you win anything?
No. I mean, I didn't participate.
Why don't you go on? You're a smart dude.
No. I mean, I would like to, but no.
You should go on a game show. You're just laying around.
What game show would you be good at? Like, there must be a good 80s
Price is
show.
Right.
Suck my dick. That's the game show I'm good at, all right? That's the game show I'm good at, all
Let's
right?
work through it. What's the game show? What do you do?
Coming down to the stage is Amanda.
Suck this dick.
From Berlin, Ohio. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Are you married? How many kids? You got 14. Why are you here? I'm a school teacher, but we need money for a house. So what is your deal? Listen, I could suck a dick, and then you get another school teacher from the Bronx, and they both suck the host's dick. Whoever makes the host's eyes pop. I don't fucking know.
Eat a cookie.
What are they? No game show. You think I sit at home and watch fucking game shows? You know I'm the king of swing.
You've watched a game show.
Is you get a hammer.
Yeah.
And you break into somebody's house. That's my game show, right? It's called burglary. That's the game show I fucking grew up playing. Right?
What is it called on The Price is Right? Where
Price is Right.
Where like you get a whole bunch of gifts or what? Like it's like a
grab bag.
No, there's a group of like things. Like
A
behind door number A is this. That's what
a washing machine.
That's what the prize is on
a microwave.
On let me suck your dick. Or come on down, suck my dick.
So what kind of machine?
The fuck?
No, no. The gift is you get to break into somebody's house and have like 30 seconds before they call the cops. That's actually a pretty good game show.
You gotta write something new every day. But you took Mom today. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Even though if I was you, I would have paid. I would have given the Mexican chick $20.
She's studying right now.
Who gives a fuck what she's doing? You give her $20. You go, come on over. I gotta talk to you about something. Listen, fucking whatever marital law pass. You ain't gonna do good in that division.
Marital law.
You take your mom down to Jeopardy today to knock him out of the fucking park. Rodrigo's going to law school also.
Really?
Yeah, got a year complete, stopped, and fucking been on the road and shit. But I got a year complete criminal law, fucking torts, contracts.
Do you like it?
Part time, but at least he's going. A lot of motherfuckers don't go.
Yeah, I like that shit because the law, this is what's up with that shit. In the end, whatever you do, whether it's fucking a contract in civil or fucking getting sued civilly or something criminal, you end up in the fucking courthouse. This nation's built on law. It's the Constitution. So that's the essential part where everybody goes in the end. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no fucking legal help or if you ain't got a hookup or you ain't got no money, fuck, you're fucked. That's why people that rule the world, use these motherfuckers to articulate their deals.
So when are you going to go back to school now?
I'm thinking about a year.
In a year you go back, and how much time do you have left? 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a great commercial for your future law firm. Hey, dog, with those law shit, you gotta have good representation.
Yeah, that, and then, you gotta pass the bar to practice.
He's not lying.
But,
you need a lawyer every fucking day. And we just don't get it, and that's why we continue to get fucked in the ass.
Think about it. When you get in a car wreck, there's lawyers involved.
Yeah.
When you're buying a fucking car, that's a contract right there. That's a legal binding contract. You don't pay that shit, they'll take you to fucking court and boom, make your ass pay, put a lien on your ass.
My mom's a lawyer.
Shit.
She's already talked to me about, you should trademark Flying Jew.
That's a badass little logo. The little shirt and the little cape on the back. That's a pimp ass shirt.
Oh, I'm not doing the one with the cape.
No?
That one's the same.
Prototype?
I have the
That's
hummus
it?
one now.
Oh, the hummus, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Side hummus.
It would be
But
nice just to hire an attorney on.
And also to know that, to have you mentioned that you've had attorney homies and friends that you know that actually give you the ins and out. Maybe you can do something yourself or like have some advice without charging you fucking $300, $500, $1,000 an hour.
It's so interesting, the whole law thing, like, and how lucky I was with it and how I came about and how I learned about it. And I knew from the very beginning. I knew from growing up in a house in the world my mom and stepdad lived in. They always had an attorney. And they had an attorney that you could call at 2 a.m. That's it. I need your cell phone number. I need the phone next to where you sleep. Because in our business, it goes down at 3:30 in the morning.
Is it like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas attorney, or is it like a real legit attorney?
No, of course, you have to be legit. A motherfucker that has a license and you practice.
Legit.
Whether you're doing bad shit or you're doing good shit, you need an attorney. No matter what, it all ends up in that fucking room in front of that guy in the fucking with the gown and
It's just a call. If you do $10 million a year,
you're
going to pay a guy $1 million a year.
Wow.
But you're going to save $4 million by paying him $1 million. So why are you fucking around? It's a painful $1 million, but every move you make is covered. You look at a motherfucker and go, come here. What do you make usually a year? Well, what do you make usually? I make $700,000. I'm going to give you $1 million. But I'll tell you what that $1 million entitles. When I call you, I don't want to hear boo. Like if you're playing with your kids, I'm like a mafia don. I need you there. And this guy covers you.
Like Homeboy and Carlito's way, but he just took it too far.
He just took it too far.
Well, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
With Saul? Is there people like that?
There are people like Saul, but those guys always get stabbed.
Oh.
Those guys always get shot.
Really?
Yeah, they take money.
Who
they
kills
cut
them?
Whoever they take the money from.
Oh,
they think they're cool because they're standing in the tip of the law.
Okay.
But some guy that you took $80,000 from that gets out of prison and was counting his $80,000, he's going to shoot you.
Fuck.
He's going to shoot you. You know, when people go away to prison sometimes, I knew people gave away money to their attorneys to hold.
There you go.
They get out, the attorney's gone.
And there you go, too.
That's not a good decision.
And there you go, $300,000-$400,000. To some people, it's nothing. To a guy getting out of fucking jail, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's a mad nest right there.
You know that guy's killed somebody. Why would he run away with his money?
If I had a great client, I'm an attorney, and he pays me a great retainer a year.
That's how you have him on hold
You
right
have
there.
to give him 100% customer satisfaction, you know, and think of all this. Like, I'd call them at 3 a.m. Hey, man, I just went on American Airlines and fucking they're trying to fuck with me on an upgrade. You better get those motherfuckers on the stick and let them know it's cracking like.
Motherfucker got me first class and
You
shit.
know, yeah, he's giving me an upgrade. You got to go in there. I mean, that's what they. But at the end of the week, that's what they do.
Yeah.
When you have a guy, listen, let's get this out of the way. For you to be a great attorney, you've had to have walked a little bit on the criminal side at some part or the other one.
Both sides of it.
You don't want your attorney. We live in a fucking joke world. And the joke world we live in is that we hire Lee's mom. I just got busted with 30 kilos of blow. I call Lee's mom, and I give Lee's mom money. She sets up the bail. She gets me out of there. And Lee's mom is going to take it to court and win. If that's what I think, I'm fucking deadly wrong. You have to get an attorney who knows his way around the courthouse.
Hell yeah.
Who knows how to cancel paperwork, how to stall this attorney, how to stall this judge.
How this guy works.
That's
what this guy takes, you know what I mean?
And then, you know what, man? In unity, there's strength. The Boston Red Sox didn't win the World Series that year because one guy won it for them. So when you have a great attorney, you have a great attorney team.
Hell yeah.
And they cost money.
Oh,
and they cost money. So that's why in the end of the week, you got to figure in, well, listen, guys, we made $6 million and we paid this guy $700,000. Let's pay this guy $1 million next year, but we got to make $9 million to make him be worth $1 million.
Yeah.
What he's getting paid for.
So, like, you've talked about how your lawyer bills in Colorado were $18,000 roughly, right? Let's say you had $100,000. Is there an amount of money you could have spent for a lawyer that would have just gotten you off, even though it's a serious crime?
There was no lawyer that would have got me off.
Just mitigate it down. They give you lesser time if that guy's good.
This was the problem. Every case has something. Okay, every criminal case has something. So
something hinges on.
Let's give you 2 examples. The same attorney has Rodrigo and Joe Diaz. And Rodrigo killed the guy in self-defense, but he's poor. And Joe Diaz shot at a cop, but he's paying $500,000. I guarantee I'll get 4 years, but Rodrigo will get 12. Because
it is kind of fucked up.
Even when he's an attorney, he's going to work. If the more money he's worth and more money you give him, the harder he's going to work for you. If you say you try to get some money together and the fucking bill's $25,000, you only got $5,000, you're going to get $5,000 worth of work.
Do you guys consider that racist?
What's that?
About like
no, it's just a battle of the resources in the end. Even when you're in the game and you got attorneys say this corporation has these attorneys, who's badass? Who can actually win? That team that you can get together and beat the shit out of those other guys and prevail.
But there's also a kid out there that just graduated college. You look at him, he doesn't look like much of an attorney. You know, but you could tell he don't sleep much. He sleeps in his car.
That homeboy from the Rain Man.
This is his whole life.
The Rain Man.
And you go to him and you go, this is what I need for $3,000, and he gets you off. I've been involved with attorneys since I was a young man, overlooking my mother. My mother would take me so I could interpret. Okay, so
really?
So as a kid, you know,
I went. In the city of New York or Jersey?
This is in Jersey when she had Sam DeLuca. Sam DeLuca was the main attorney, and I learned a lot from Sam DeLuca because Sam DeLuca didn't have a what do you call that? He didn't have a sense of humor, and he just told you. You got a pen and piece of paper, Joey? Jose, no, I won't. Grab one. Tell your mother this. Tell your mother that they heard her on the phone. They heard her on the phone taking numbers. Did you hear her voice? No, we didn't hear her voice, but her number was dialed. And she picked up the phone. Somebody picked up the phone. Her number was omitted. Here's the deal. They got her. Let's pretend they have her on the phone. Whatever your mom wants to do right now. So this is what's going to happen. They're going to give her 6 years. But if she wants to do 2 years, it's going to cost her $75,000. If she wants to do 1 year, it's going to cost $100,000. If she wants to do no time, it's going to cost $150,000. I need $75,000 on my desk by Monday, though, because I got to get the DA working on this, and I got to get an investigator to do the tapes, and this and this and this. That's it.
Especially like a place like New Jersey where they already have that
established. They already have that
And
established.
they already
let me know.
had it broke down.
Let me know what your mom wants to do. How's the bar doing? Everything doing good? All right. I got a 10:30. I'll see your mom. Tell your mom I love her, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. I need the money.
How do you think a lawyer gets into that?
It's just how you feel.
That's
you get
how
into
you
this.
feel. He was 50. You
I
figure
know,
he's
but
been doing it since he was 28.
Yeah, so
25 years.
at
You meet
28.
a lot of people, Lee, and you give and take.
Yeah.
There's
all
it's a
different
give and
types
take.
of attorneys.
That's the other thing. It's a give and take. What if I'm representing him and me, and I go in front of the DA, and I go, listen, Diaz paying me some money, you know, give Rodrigo 50 fucking years, make Rodrigo a scapegoat. That happens too.
Fuck.
Whether
you
you want
overlooked.
to not believe that shit, you know.
And whether you want to believe it or not, it works. That's what
It's
the
a
legal
system.
system is, and
Everybody plays a
sometimes you get
position.
caught. And I thought when I got arrested and I went through what I did, I thought I was getting the shaft, and I was very fortunate. I didn't have an attorney again from the time I was a kid. Then I got a pro bono attorney after my mom died who tried to help me with some stuff, and nothing ever panned out. Then I got in trouble, and I had to hire an attorney. He was a cool motherfucker. He was a crazy dude that I got out of Jersey City. I don't know what his name was. I know I had to take a bus to see him. But he would tell me the same shit. Listen,
An Italian dude, or what was he?
he was like an Irish kid, like a
Okay.
white Irish dude. And he shared an office with like the people who stamp your paperwork.
Oh, the
A
black lady.
paralegal or a
The black lady from next door, the notary.
Yeah, notary.
notary? All right.
She was a
Seals.
notary, and he was just fucking wild. But he got the job done. He went to like Rutgers and something else law, and I had him for a burglary to weapons charge. I had him for
Sounds like people discussing their college professors.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that dude for math. I had that dude for a burglary. Oh,
And
no
I
way.
had
I
for
had him for
Those
something
motherfuckers are professors
Then I
too.
left,
dude.
and then I called him one night at like 1 a.m, and this is how quick it was. Like I asked the bailiff to go on my paperwork and see who the attorney was on the case, and he came back and he gave me the guy's number. I called his number. It was an old school answering machine, not the number, but if this is an emergency, call me at the home. I blasted that motherfucker at 2 a.m. He was like, Joey Diaz, great to hear from you.
2 in the morning.
You still owe me $175 from the last case. What can I do for you? I go, remember that case? They just arrested me on a bond. Okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to put the bailiff on the phone, but when can you show up with $500 at my office? I'm going to get you out tonight, all right? But when can you? I mean, that's how good he was.
That's
All right,
crazy.
500 the next day. I had to go borrow 315, take a bus to his fucking place, give him $500, but I'm out.
They're hustlers.
Your
though.
job is to stay out.
So let's say I'm a drug dealer, like a big drug dealer, and I have a bunch of money. If I get arrested, do I get to use that money to pay for a lawyer?
If whatever whatever they don't get.
If they find that shit on you, they're confiscating that shit, taking it as evidence.
So let's say you have $500,000 at your mom's, $500,000 at your dad's, $200,000 at my house, and $200,000 at some restaurant. Some Mexicans that have a safe in the back. Yeah, because that's what you do after a while. After a while, you start making so much money, you don't want it on you, so you just go to your buddies and go, listen, what if I pay your rent for a year? You can put a safe in the wall. I don't want nobody in this fucking house, though. I don't want nobody in this fucking house. I got $500,000 there. I'm not going to give you the combination, and you ain't going to be able to get into it. But there's $500,000 in there. If this goes missing, I'm putting a bullet in your head. But until that time, I'll pay your rent for a year. What would you do, Lee?
It's a good deal.
It's a good deal.
A little scary with a bullet in the head, but
So
it sounds like a
they
good
put
deal.
it in your restaurant.
As a Jew.
Let's say I got 2.5 mil, and they take me for 1.5. I got $1 million. All right. So I call an attorney. Blah blah blah. I have Rodrigo go pick up $500,000, bring it to the attorney in the morning. I'll be up by the afternoon though. Raise bail and
As
get
soon as
me
that
out of there.
deposit's made, shit's
I got,
cracking.
Right now, I got $500,000 to work with. I got material on the street, and I'm out. But I'm out. The 1.5 that the cops found in your house, you're never getting that back.
Yeah.
You might get back $2.
Especially when it comes to that high level shit or anybody, you don't want to be in that cage. And as good as your guy is, that's why some motherfuckers never go to jail.
you pay to stay out of the cage, because no matter what, while I'm out, I'm making money. That's
Okay.
the most important.
Operation
thing.
keeps rolling.
That's what's the
Whatever
most
you're
important thing. To keep my client out, to make him money. If he listens to what I have to tell him, I'll keep him out for years. I'll keep him out for fucking 18,000 fucking years. It's gonna cost him. It's gonna cost him. You know?
Yeah, but it is kind of fucked up about how. So like so many white but stereotypically white people.
You guys
rich,
get pulled over tonight.
Yeah.
You get DUI. Some people can hire an attorney and pay $2,000 and get away with murder. I'm not saying murder, but they're gonna overlook a lot of things with an attorney that they're not gonna overlook with you by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big decision to say, well, am I cheap? Because at the end, it's still gonna cost me. But you might get this reduced. You might do things you might not know. There's a program that you get your points.
If that guy's
taken
good, he'll be like,
Yeah.
you said my client's eyes were blurry in the picture. You took a picture of him 3 hours late, 2 hours later, and his eyes were fucking blurry and shit. They weren't red. Shit hinges on that. You get your
I'll
ass
tell you a
off.
very interesting story. I'll tell you that I've never told in the podcast. I got in trouble in Seattle, but I had been in trouble in. This is how sharp some people are, because this is all the law is you being sharp with your words. So I had gotten arrested in Colorado. I had done time. Okay? I had 2 felonies in Colorado. I got arrested in Seattle 5-6 years later. It was a felony. This attorney went in and convinced the DA to put me in this program where there's no jail time for an assault charge on the first felony. They dropped it down to nothing, harassment, and they threw it out and I didn't get a felony. She threw the paperwork in and she goes, they're going to catch it and I'm going to play stupid. I'm going to go, oh, I didn't know about his record. She ran it. They signed it.
The one in Denver?
Yeah, the DA never signed, looked at the paperwork. So this is what a sharp attorney does. Just little things like that. Little things like that they overlook. But she could have said, no, he's got a felony. I'll never get away with it. She didn't, fuck it. Let me run it by her, see if she catches it. She's on her motherfucking toes. When she came to see me, I went to her office. She goes, I got you in that program. They never caught the felony. It's too late now. I paid that woman $1,200.
What happens if you skip bail?
Then you're done. You got a warrant.
Then a bail comes out to a warrant. But here's the worst thing about skipping bail. That now I can't get out. Now you're making it tougher to get out. All those years, me fucking around, the number one lesson a friend of mine told me was like, make all your court appearances.
They hate that shit. Failure to appear. They double that shit.
FTAs. Don't fuck with FTAs. Do not mess with failure to appear. If you got to be there at 9, get there at 8:30.
And you know one of those motherfuckers just keep clogging up the system, making that shit slower. You know what I mean? Fucking with them so they get pissed. Don't fuck with the system.
I had an attorney one time.
In that sense.
I borrowed a friend's car. I must have been 18. And I did something. I got like a speeding ticket and something else. Driving in a zone or something. It was like a $600 ticket back then.
Fuck.
Damn.
It was something fucking
Cross over the double yellows and shit.
And I signed the ticket, and the guy impounded my friend's car, and I had to borrow $300 to get the car out. And, I was embarrassed for a few days. And I had a court date, and I told my friend about it. He goes, bro, call my cousin. And I called his cousin, and I told the cousin the truth. The guy goes, listen, if you give me like $125 and get me a half gram of coke, I'm going to fucking teach you some shit. And I go, all right. I gave him $125. I gave him a half gram of coke. He scheduled it. The ticket was like for the following month, maybe. Mm-hmm. He scheduled for like 3 months. Right off the bat, he's like, you're not going to court like to November. I'm like, it's fucking July. He's like,
pushing that shit back?
Yeah, he pushed it back. And he had it for 9:30 on a Wednesday morning. Mm-hmm. But he told me to show up to the court at 10 o'clock. He goes, I don't want you in the court before 9:30. I want them to set a bail. I want them to set a
bench warrant
out for you. And I'm going to walk you in there at 10:05. He goes, you got like 2.5 hours before it gets to the bookkeeper. This guy was a bad motherfucker. And the cop went. Cop got up, left.
You weren't there.
Cop left.
Psyched his ass out.
They threw it out of court because the
hysterical.
cop wasn't there. Little things like that. So for $175, if I didn't have that $175, I would have got points. $600.
Was he even a lawyer, or was he just like your buddy?
Imagine he does that shit 10 times in one day.
Yeah,
scooping up change.
So I don't know if you've even talked about it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But like, what's going on with Seattle and the warrant up there? Because
it's the same shit, Lee. They want me to turn myself in and go in. That's it.
So, but it's not skipping bail, because if you skip bail, they'd come and get you.
No, it's a 17-year-old warrant of me not going to anger management class.
That's fucked up.
So they want me to go to class and present the paperwork. By the way, Greg and Linda sent us robes.
Oh, thank you.
And a gift certificate for us for Ruth Chris.
Oh, nice.
So we'll go eat that motherfucker next week, and we'll thank them and send them a little care package to his shirts and whatnot. That whole process, I was always intrigued with it. Before comedy, before film, before anything, I wanted to be an attorney.
That's how the shit works.
And I sent the guy who got me into I found him on Facebook.
Who?
The guy who got me into the CUOP Opportunity Program in the University of Colorado. I found him on Facebook and I friended him. I never heard back, and I sent him one of those Puerto Rican messages.
What's a Puerto Rican message?
They cost you like 50 cents or something like that. Something crazy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And I never replied back, but I just wanted to thank him and let him know. He pushed really hard for me to get into the CUOP in Boulder. And I had all the tools in Boulder, guys. I had them over a fucking barrel the first time in my life. But the addiction, the love for the coke was stronger than the love to become an attorney.
That was it, looking back at it?
That's exactly it. Why you end up kidnapping somebody? Why would you kidnap somebody? Listen, guys, I was in the CUOP.
Give him the fucking trunk.
I was in the CUOP work study program. They gave me $2,000 cash a semester just to start out. Then they gave me a $2,200 Pell, which is free.
Another grant,
which is free. That's free money. So I was getting $4,200 just a fucking semester. And if I was greedy, they'd give me another $2,600.
That's hooked up fat
for a loan, and I could get like another 22 of those $1,000 8-1 Latino Organization of America. They'll give you
LULAC and shit.
Yeah,
just write them a letter.
And that's it. You just write them a letter.
Can I write them a letter?
They'll send you 50 fucking bucks, and it's really amazing how much money they have available to you.
There's money just sitting there.
They
have to spend it. By then, they have it in their budget to give out. You know,
if you contact the power of Christ, I'm telling you.
Right. You want to give me like 100 milligrams.
How do you feel tonight? That was 20
fucked
milligrams.
Up. No, it wasn't. You said those were 30 milligrams, and it turned out to be 30 milligrams each, so I had 90 milligrams.
And how'd you feel? Tremendous.
Fucked up.
You went home the next day, you didn't have no fucking muscle aches. You walked on a treadmill like a soldier.
Always.
How many minutes you do today?
45.
How many calories you got left?
I don't know. Not many. Like 500 maybe. 400.
I said I don't know.
I didn't put my dinner in, so I don't know how much it is.
You work out every day?
I try to.
Damn.
I try to. It's like usually 6 days a week, but I went like 2 weeks straight without missing a day once.
Hell yeah! I just got a jump rope.
Why would you say that in front of Joey? You know who Joey is. You don't tell me you got a jump rope.
I just got a jump rope. I tell you, I used it like 6 times this time.
I'll tell you something. A jump rope is very good for you.
Oh, come on. I went to Jeopardy and he gave me shit, and he said he has a jump rope.
5 minutes on a jump rope is equivalent to 20 minutes of jogging.
And the reason I want to do it is just because, like, fuck it. I just paid $12 for this thing. Fuck trying to be cheap, not go to a gym. If I really want to work out, just pull that shit on the side of the truck and do it. And shit, fuck it.
Listen, in prison, people get a jump rope, push-ups, some squats, some sit-ups.
The basic shit.
The basic shit. You look like fucking...
Everybody wants to put on some gear and go to the gym.
Can you do the spin thing where you, like, cross them?
Oh, I don't know about all that shit. Hell no.
But it's
traditional.
They took really good care of me. So, he was a Mexican dude. So, again, when we spoke about law as a counselor, he goes, all you got to do is just give me the work. And I'd say, what are you talking about? Just give me the work. He goes, I'll get you into the law school like that. The dude who do this, and this is a fucking Mexican dude. So he says this to me. He says this to me about this Mexican dude that runs the dean of the law school. They were very white in Boulder, so that what they were trying to, like, The first attorney I had when I kidnapped Bella, his name was Sonny Flowers. And his mother was the first black attorney to graduate from the University of Colorado.
Wait, it was a black guy named Sonny?
Sonny Flowers. And his mother was the first black attorney, yes. So this is how I touch these people's lives, and they touch my lives. This is why I was very fortunate to do that.
No, those are fucking opportunities that don't fucking come around to regular people.
I wanted to be an attorney, and here I am involved in this thing. So in my delusional mind, because delusion, when you're fucking delusional, in my delusional mind, I was going to beat this kidnapping case. Okay? I was really going to beat this kidnapping case. And at this time, I wasn't as delusional as I was at 21. Sometimes when we're 21 and it was called not accepting responsibility, which made me delusional, we'll go back to the Joe Rogan conversation in a little while. We'll talk about that. I know you want to talk about that. You're young, so you don't really you place the blame on all the things around you. So at that time, I was fucking delusional. But by the time I got to CUOP, by the time I kidnapped Canada. Now, this guy tells me about his buddy in the law school and how all he has to do is make a call. And if I complete this program, I'm the first guys on the list because this is a feather in their cap. I was part of Latino, but it was for blacks and Latinos.
Fucking affirmative action and shit.
Guys, I would never do it. But Colorado came to me after I had taken like 60 credits. They came to me and said, you have to transfer. If you transfer into the regular thing, we're not going to accept you. But if you transfer into Jose Diaz, we'll take you into CUOP and we'll give you this. And it was a great opportunity for a guy like me. I lost my mother. I didn't get Social Security. I didn't do anything, So I felt okay. Finally, the system's giving me something.
Grab a little something.
So I took advantage of the system. I was there for 2 semesters, and I got in trouble for the kidnapping. And then I continued to go to CU while I was out on bail. They didn't need to know. It was nobody's fucking business that I was out on bail. It made the papers, but nobody caught it. Not like Jaramillo called me into his office and said, hey, man, what's going on here? So I never told nobody. So in the process, I get in trouble in Boulder. I fire Sonny Flowers, and I pick up.
Poor Sonny.
And I pick up the phone. And who do I contact? DeLuca, my mother's old attorney. I haven't seen Sam DeLuca since the wake, 8 years early.
And what do you say?
I tell him my situation, that I'm having a problem in Boulder. I kidnapped some dude. I needed bail money. I had bail money. And he said to me, kid, I got to be honest with you. How much money do you have?
Not looking good.
And I said, I probably got 20 grand. He goes, it's going to cost you 40 just for me to get on the plane. And that's not for the hotel room or the limo.
That's just to start things off.
Or the suit for your preliminary hearing. Because he liked suits. So you got to show up with an $800 suit.
There's some fools that go in there performing.
Yeah, amazing. It was fucking amazing.
Out.
But he goes, I'll tell you what I will do. I have a friend at the University of Colorado, Spanish dude. You're going to love him. So the same friend that James Jaramillo had was the same friend Sam DeLuca had.
In Colorado.
So I took his number and I called the guy direct. And the guy was willing to see me for a small fee.
They always charge.
He wanted $400 an hour. He goes, I will consult you for $400 an hour. Guys, I thought my head was going to blow up. But when I called his office and I told DeLuca, because at that point DeLuca didn't even pick up the phone no more. His receptionist was like, well, he wants to know what you want. I go, he wants $400 an hour. And she goes, hold on, click. And he got back and he goes, listen, you either do it or you don't. But kidnapping, I would listen to this guy. And I paid the $400 and I went in there like on a Monday at 5. And the guy sat with me from 5 to about 7:30. And he told me the truth. He goes, you're going to jail. He goes, I read this out. He goes, as I was reading it, I knew. He goes, that's what I do. As I read them, I let you know.
And they're going off the facts, your charges.
Going off the facts. He goes, when I read this, oh my God, that was you.
You're famous.
And we start talking. He goes, here's the deal. They found the machine gun. I mean, listen, brother, right there while I was talking to him, he picked up the phone. And he was like, when did you get arrested? November 18th. Diaz, okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Give me 5 minutes. Boom. I'll have your file here. And this is 20 years ago. He goes, I'll have your file here faxed in 10 minutes.
Money talks.
Tell me your story. And I told him. Within 7-8 minutes, some badass white chick came in with a file this thick and just handed it to him. He put his glasses on, took out the police report, read it, took this, took that, started doing circles. And he goes, here it is, man. You're getting charged with kidnapping 1 and 2. He goes, you pay me $50,000 cash, and I'll handle everything, the appeal, everything. But I got bad news for you. You're doing 90 days.
90 days?
He goes, you're doing 90 to 120 days.
That ain't shit.
But he goes, you're doing it in a work release. He goes, this is if I go in. If you cut me a check right now for $40,000, I'll get on the phone before you leave. By next Tuesday, I'll have a deal. You will do 120 days in a work release program. But you'll be out in the street 6-7 hours a day to work. Maybe I'll let them take a class. Maybe take a drug class. But you'll be out.
For kidnapping and the machine gun? That's it?
But he goes, this is the deal. You're going to do 100 days no matter what. Even if you pay me 3, because I told him. So for $40,000, because I was ready to kidnap 10 more motherfuckers.
Because kidnapping is hardcore.
Yeah.
That's 99 years. And like,
but he already had a plan down his mind. This guy was this slick. He goes, what I'm going to do is this. He goes, I'll charge you. So I was like, what if I gave you 60? He goes, you're still going to do 120 days.
So that was mandatory
no
matter what.
What if I gave you 100? Well, you're still going to do 140 days. He goes, you got caught with a weapon. He goes, it's not your weapon. Your fingerprint was on it, but 2 out of 3 people say you were in that room and that weapon was in the room. You're going down. So he goes, I know you don't have the money to pay me, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'll push you to 3 attorneys. But if you walk in with these 3 attorneys, they're not going to intimidate the judge or the city of Boulder. You can't go into the city of Boulder with a double-breasted, bald-headed guy that talks like me. They're going to throw you out. They're going to throw you in jail.
Yeah, Anna.
And that's what this guy was telling me. He goes, if you go in there with me, they're going to throw you in jail. They know what I'm worth. They know I spend $52 for lunch every day for myself.
They don't like that shit.
They don't like that. They know you could tell by this guy's suit. And, he was a Mexican, but he was in a country club. He played golf. He fucking shot pool with the president of the United States. At that time, he had done something. This Mexican put some law together in Colorado. And he was a good-looking dude. He looked white. He didn't look Mexican. He had played pool with somebody. Like, it was him and some president, like, playing pool. So he knew people. So
it's just, you're connected.
Yeah, he knew people. And he knows, and that's the other thing, political help. So you're a judge, you're in the 4th district.
All that shit
You really
helps.
want political help. I have a client, Syatt. His wife says she smacked the doctor said nothing happened. I know you could find it in your heart to see somewhere in between that. And if you do, I will make that call, Your Honor. When it's time for you to get reelected to the 4th Senate of the Judicial of Washington, I will be there. And that's how it is. It's a matter of words. Because everybody knows everybody's worth 250 votes. When you die, they make 250 mass cards. Everybody knows 250 people. So if you know 250 people, and I badmouth the 250 people, those 250 people are going to go badmouth you. When you want to get somebody out of jail, you don't pay a lot of money. Sometimes you just start writing letters to the judge. Piles of letters. Letters that every time he looks at one, he sees your name, and he goes, Jesus Christ. Because not only is he getting political help, but not only are you letting the judge know you know people and you have ties to the community, but you're also letting the judge know that you have friends. And those friends are voters. And those voters, someday you're going to vote. And they're going to vote for you because you let their friend go.
That too.
You have no idea, Lee, how many ways there is to skin a cat. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Dog. Shit, it's different ways to work it. It's just that if you know the system, you can figure it out and play with it.
And that's why I like law.
Yeah.
I personally would have done very well with law because there's 1,000 ways to get to the end of that valley.
Hell yeah.
Coming from a criminal family, I know the importance of one thing. Staying out in the street is everything. If you get arrested at 11:15 and you get to the cell at 11:45 and I'm there at 11:50, I'm going to get you on the 1 o'clock docket. Okay? Well, you might not make that docket till Monday. if you get arrested Friday morning.
Oh, you're fucked.
And you're a Mexican in fucking L.A.? Because I'll tell you in front of the cops, I'm following this cop car to the fucking station. That means that cop car got to do 50 miles an hour. It can't do 10. So sometimes they hold you just to hold you for 3 or 4 days. Oh. If you have an attorney, I'm going to get right there with you. Boom, I'm going to put you on that 5 o'clock docket. Let's go. Lee, go to the house, get 50 G's cash. Lee, go to the other house and get another 200,000 cash. We're getting this motherfucker out today.
Phone calls are made.
Yeah, go see the Jew bail bondsman up on Sepulveda Boulevard. Give him $250,000. We gotta get this guy $1 million bail. Yeah, but it's 10%. He don't matter. He won't do it unless you give him. That's how it's.
Oh yeah.
And right there, you got your client out for the weekend. Now he could go out and he could think. Now he could figure out how he could. Listen, like I said, all those expenses that you and I look at and our head explodes, a serious businessman looks at and says it's a cost of doing business.
Yeah. That's the cost of doing business to keep that fucking machine going.
I'm going to look at the figure, I'm going to rip it up, and it's over. I got to go steal with 3 hands now.
Hell yeah.
You know, I got to go steal with 3 fucking hands. And that's it. You know, the best time to get arrested is after you've been arrested.
What?
Best time to get arrested is after you've been arrested.
I thought it was the opposite of that.
No. So let's say you stab somebody on Monday and you get out on Tuesday. You get the malouk on you. You will get arrested by Friday. 50% of people get arrested for something stupid. That's just the way it is. This is the law of recidivism.
Yeah.
And it's... So... I don't even know what my point is. This fucking
motherfucker's probably fucking got it to give you that perpetual fucking criminality.
The perpetual criminality. So I know one thing for a fact that, like when I got out for kidnapping, I knew that I had to make a living, and I knew that I had to do anything I had to to survive. I was trying to put away money, and I tried to play it as cool as I wanted to. But Sears had no security. And when Sears has no security and 1,000 CDs and I'm pocketing $10 per CD, do the fucking math. Plus those box kits, those Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, I was getting 40 back in the day for those box sets, and they had 50 of them just lying there. they had the box with Bruce on it. With
the box right there, huh?
I was going in there every day, taking 5 box sets of Bruce Springsteen. And
just walking out with that shit?
When I was out on bail for kidnapping.
Under your shirt or like?
Not even.
Just walk.
Gangster. What's that? That's that Korean guy that jumps up and down gangland style?
Gangman style?
Gangland style.
Gangman style.
I would walk out of there gangman style.
Dancing and shit.
I would buy like a shirt at the Sears, a t-shirt, and I would keep the bag, and I would pick up the CDs with that hand. I wouldn't even put it in the bag. So if somebody was watching me, they saw the bag, but they didn't see the CDs on the other side of my hand.
Oh, shit.
Old school, the grip of fucking death. The malouk of malouks. So I did that. I was doing it every day. Every day when I'm on bail for kidnapping and second-degree burglary.
I was just fucking coming up with living money?
And I was just coming up with living money. And I would go in there every day, and one day 2 little fucking Homo sapiens started, excuse me, we need to speak to you. And I started
Loss
running.
prevention guys?
And they're like, and every time they got close to me, I threw a fucking CD. I ripped a fucking DVD out of them. And there was 2 of them. And then one guy went ahead of me with like a little golf cart, and I fought him for a couple minutes.
No, you didn't. This isn't true.
This is a true story. And they arrested me, but I gave him a fake fucking name. And they let me out under the fake fucking name. This is crazy shit.
What name did you give?
What was this?
What name did you give?
I can't say that. But the kid whose name I gave called me a year later, and he's like, "Dog, somebody got arrested in Colorado and used my name." I'm fucking howling in the back. Who could have done something like that? This is how cool I was. I went back to court, pled guilty under his name, and then did the community service and paid the fine. Because I didn't.
Someone has a criminal record now because you just
yeah. What are you gonna do? Sometimes
you don't want to further smudge his record.
He was pissed till this day. He knows it's me, but he won't accuse me. That's how much I love him and he loves me.
At least you didn't get a failure to appear.
But he'll bring it up. He'll bring it up every once in a while. Somebody fucking stole my identity and used it in Colorado. At that time, whatever time I got arrested or pulled over, whatever name I had in my mind, I just give it up. George Washington. Really? That's your name? George Washington. I'm telling you, George fucking Washington. I used to have a great time with that. So This Mexican dude was very solid. You know, people always badmouth attorneys. No, this guy could have robbed me because he had me. Because I could have offered him at that time $20,000. I would have given him $20,000, and I would have came back a month later with another $20,000. I would have robbed it or sold blow. I would have done whatever to stay out of jail.
Hell yeah, to come up with that.
But he told me the truth. He goes, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to call one of these 3 attorneys. You're going to pay them their fee. You're going to give them $5,000 on top of their fee. You're going to tell them go to work. And these guys are going to go to work for you. And he drew a piece of paper, the little things they had it. You had to mention to them because I don't want them to know you came to see me. But I want you to mention these things for me. And I saw this fucking geeky attorney who wore a bow tie. I went to see all 3 of them. And they were all white dudes, all very nerdy, all very sports-oriented. The one I went to see that I really liked was a fucking nerd. The way he answered the phone, the way he spoke, it was very nerdish. And I went to see him and I go, this is my guy.
Because he's already different. He already has something different about him. He's noticeable.
There was something about him. He was tall, he was lanky, but he wore a bow tie.
Persuasive as a motherfucker.
And he took me to lunch. I gave him the money, what he wanted. He wanted 10, and I gave him 15. And I had 5 left over. I was going to go to jail with $5,000. And I said, well, and we started talking one day, and he goes, listen, for $3,000 more, I'll get the appeal going. Because we were talking, I go, what are you talking about appeal? He goes, listen. He goes, you're going away. He goes, what I try to do is, the reason why you gave me this money is to lower the amount of time that you go away. Because before I cash this check, I just want you to know you're going away. Nothing could save you from going away. He goes, you're going to do 6 months. He was on, same thing the Mexican dude told me. He goes, you're going to do 6 months. He goes, I'm going to get you on a reconsideration bond. And I'm going to get you trying to look that, and then they'll do it. But they don't like weapons in Boulder.
That was the thing that fucked you up?
He goes, they just don't like them. You had a fucking machine gun. No 2 ways of looking at it. Yeah, you're a nice guy. You know this guy.
Pro law enforcement.
Yeah, they don't like that. You had a fucking machine gun. And there was a potential for violence. You know what potential for violence is? 1,000 things could have gone on.
Yeah, very bad.
Right now, we're sitting here talking about what if we have a gun there and we get into an argument about the Red Sox? You know, and he says, fuck.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
This fool.
There's a potential for violence. When he said those words, I understood what he was saying. As knuckleheaded as I was at the time, I understood what he was saying. And he had a plan for me of what things needed to be done for him to present to the judge to show him I was changing. You know, and I did everything he said to the T. But guess what I wouldn't say? What? I kidnapped the dude. Every meeting he got me with people that mattered, they would say, so how do you feel about it? And I'd go into stupidity mode. Fuck that dude. It was his fault. He was a drug dealer.
Why?
I don't know. To this day, I just don't know. And he goes, and then there was one lady who liked me from the jump. She was from New York City, from like 91st Street House, and we both went to the same grammar school. We both knew the same people. And we got into it in the office because I kept saying it was his fault. He had drugs. I was just a superhero trying to take the drugs off the street. And they're like, are you fucking retarded? Why don't you just say that fucking you fucking
messed up.
You messed up and you robbed them. And I said everything but that. Everything but that, Lee. Well, the weather was sunny out there. You know, and it gets fucking... And I look back now, and now when people do it to me, like I just stop. After the first one, I just turn around. Because you're lost. There's nothing I can do as a friend to help you. And how do I know that guy? Because you're looking at him. I'm telling you right now that everybody... It was always something else. It was always Lee's fault, or the car, the fucking 405.
I had a real problem. I had a huge problem with that in high school.
Yeah.
And a Spanish teacher actually came up to me and was like, talk to me. And when I was making an excuse for something, she's like, listen, you're always making excuses. It's never your fault. And like I don't remember her name, but I'll remember that conversation. And I'm sure I still do it sometimes. It's always easier to blame something else, but
always.
I try not to do it too much.
The easiest thing is just to say you did it. And oh my God, because I get it. For years I didn't do it.
You settled the dust that way. It's done.
There's nowhere I could go. Well, Lee, we got to get it done by midnight. And Lee'll do it. Lee's the type of motherfucker. Lee ain't scared of work, but Lee knows that it's just such a shitty way to live. It's such a...
You torture yourself with that shit.
And with stand-up, I see it really bad. I see people stuck in a position in stand-up because they will not take a look and go, this is what needs to be done. You know, I thought Paul Rodriguez was going to take me on the road and make me a star. Because a lot of people fucking think that. A lot of fucking people think that. You know, listen, I could tell you I didn't, but I'm sure I did. I'm sure that somewhere in my mind, I was hoping that some big star would take me fucking on the road. I mean, when I met Joe was no big star. Joe wasn't making nothing. He wasn't selling out. He was selling out because he was on a TV show, but everybody was running out of that. Because first I went up, and then he went up, and he was just...
Yeah, I remember they had that sign posted outside.
Yeah.
If he's not the Joe Rogan from the TV show, ladies and gentlemen, or something.
But you've seen the negative. You okay?
Yeah.
You've seen the negative of that. I'm sure where like some comedians would be like, "Oh, Joey's not doing great. He just has Joe Rogan help him. He's not even like if I had the same thing."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember when you got The Longest Yard and shit? People were all saying, "Remember you're like fucking selling coke to fucking Adam Sandler, and then that's how you got the fucking role." It's like,
We believed that.
come on,
That's what
man.
people thought.
Dude, this fool fucking went and got some dude to record him, put a little fucking football suit on, and did his own little thing, sent it in, boom. But people believe that or think that fucking shit just happens all fucking somebody snatches you up. Dude, it's fucking years of work.
I learned something early on in this city that in '98 that as soon as you mix drugs in, Lee, it's over. I heard a really interesting story about Gandolfini one time. God bless his soul, and I'm not here to badmouth him. I heard Gandolfini was crazy. You know, everybody knows. It's a common fact that Gandolfini did a lot of powder, and once he got The Sopranos, he went fucking deep. He was the king of fucking New York, you know. I mean, and he took the title from like somebody like Jackie Gleason. To be the king of New York, you know what that means, Lee? That any place you used to go into, if they were thinking of closing, they ain't closing. That's Derek Jeter type shit. Like,
Hell yeah.
we were closing. We have Derek Jeter with it. Okay, what does he want? Is he hungry? The chef was about to leave. Not anymore. Not anymore. You're on overtime. We don't give a fuck. That's New York City. You know, there's no, well, we have a curfew, you know, take them in the back. They get this. This is what they live for.
Hell yeah.
A celebrity coming into their place, you know. So everybody knows Gandolfini was nuts, but they said before all that, he was here. And he lived in Sunset and Gardner, where I lived, up the corner there. And he used to party with that karate teacher. You know, the karate teacher where I used to go.
Yeah.
Thing there. He wasn't a karate teacher back then. He was like a white belt. That karate teacher got into Tang Soo Do because of drugs. His sister made him go to Tang Soo Do when he got out of rehab. So he was like a white belt. He told me, he goes, I kept doing coke till I became like a green belt. and then it made sense. You know, I can't get fucking high. So we used to go to a place where Gandolfini used to get high. So I had heard that story from him. And then there's a guy I met, I can't remember, he was in the movie Splash, and he told me that he used to get high with Gandolfini on the weekends. He goes, oh my God, when he was doing the submarine movie with
Crimson
Denzel,
Tide?
oh, he goes, fuck. On the weekends, he'd get that check and go to Marina Del Rey. And he goes, he'd do the last line Sunday night at 8 o'clock at night, sleep, and Monday morning he'd be on that 405 for the fucking set, you know? And so he goes,
He was the real thing.
Yeah, he was the real deal. He goes, he called him after the first year of The Sopranos. He still had his number. He called him, and then he goes, hey, Jimmy, it's, you know, Silent Bob.
It's a karate teacher right there.
Karate teacher right there.
Over there fucking around with all these people.
And he goes,
In Los Angeles. Yeah.
and he goes,
Imagine shit, hell yeah.
and he goes, you know, oh, that's great. You're still around. You're doing great. But that was a long time ago, man. Good luck to you and your ventures. And he just hung up on him. And, you know, it's just, I'm not saying nothing bad about Gandolfini, but when you do drugs with somebody, they lose that respect for you sometimes. And I had it happen to me. I had a guy that was helping me. And one night he goes, hey, man, I'm in a bind. My brother-in-law needs an 8-ball. And I got him an 8-ball. And after that, he wouldn't return my calls. And it was the weirdest thing. And then there was a time that a friend of mine went to a pitch meeting. And he brought me up. He's like, Joey Diaz, Lee, you okay? He's fucked.
He's
up.
fucking fried over there.
Finish your story though. What did he bring up at the
He
meeting?
said something about Joey Diaz, and he goes, that coke fiend?
Oh no.
That same kid, I had him at the Comedy Store one night. And he told me, man, I have a showcase. I'm a little down. I go, you want to do a blast? He goes, I haven't done one yet. I go, take this blast. He does a blast. And I go, here, take a package to go. Because in those days, Chewy used to sell you 7 packages for $100. They're $20 each. But if you bought 7 of them, he give them to you for $100. You had 2 for free. So I say, here, take one. I'm not going to do all 7 of these fucking things.
Hell yeah.
Take one. And the kid ratted me out like that. Kid was doing coke with me. Called me a coke fiend. Even though he was so do you understand me? When it comes to that shit, I always learned not to do drugs with those people early on. Just because when I got the longest yard, it wasn't about drugs at all. After about 4 or 5 weeks, people smelled weed, you know. Nelly got in trouble right away for weed.
Oh, really? Just puffing?
So, but I didn't say nothing to him. I made believe like I didn't know. When I heard he got thrown out of the hotel for smoking weed, I made believe like I didn't know. So it wasn't until we got to L.A. where fucking people let loose and started smoking big weed. But still, I wasn't a pot dealer. I didn't sell nobody coke. And out of all those 17 weeks, there was one time towards the end in L.A. where somebody came to me and said, hey, man, somebody said that you know the area. They asked you about blow. And I said, I'll be honest with you. I don't know nothing about nothing. But I go,
I'm George Washington.
But I go, if you pull up with a limo to the back of El Compadre, somebody will sell you something. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they went over there and they scored. You know, I go, if you go to El Compadre with a limo in the back, not in the front. If you go in the front, that blows your cover. But if you pull that motherfucker tight in the back in that little skinny hallway, you give that fucking limo an extra 30, that Arab, you give him an extra 40. That fucking Benzini, he'll get you in there.
We do. I remember we used to say, yeah, you go over there, score in your little bit, all like fucking the guitar mariachi player, you give him a 20, and fucking one comes out of the guitar.
I have no idea how many nights I went over there to score. But what got me towards the end was that these people knew I did movies and shit. And they would look at me like, they would feel bad for me, Lee.
Why?
I don't know, because
they're in Hollywood.
Here's a guy that in their mind, they thought I had everything.
And why is he coming over here for this?
Why is he coming over here for this? You know, like I should have been really happy. And here I'm going to the same place twice and probably going to the other guys one time.
Each night?
3 or 4 nights a week. I get a spot at the store just to go out of the house. I get a spot at the store just to go out of the house to force me to go to El Compadre. And I'd pick up a gram there. And let's say I had 60, I'd stop by my other guys and pick up a gram there, because why go home light-handed? And I'd go home and start fucking blasting that shit like a soldier. And if I ran out by midnight, I'd go right back to El Compadre.
Fuck. Those are back in the days when you used to say that shit. Oh, some guys pull out rabbits out of hats. I pull out half grams.
Oh my God. That was crazy. Crazy. I'm so happy you're not around for that at all, Lee. I think you would have got disgusted by now.
Not disgusted, but that would be scary.
It was scary. It was very scary for a while.
You're
Looking
just going
back on it,
full blast, huh?
What's that?
Full blast, huh?
Yeah, that was, I went full blast from probably 2000. No, I went full blast from 98 to 2007. Who are you kidding? Yeah. I think I slowed down when I first got here. I was adjusting. I was still I was still looking at the terrain and shit.
You were always constantly working, like auditioning, fucking doing a part, doing 2 spots a night, going back to Hollywood, shooting out, to the Wild Coyote, Tortillas, all that shit.
But that was
Lakewood.
My main thing. Tortillas and all that was my
Counsel
cocaine money. That was my $60, $70 that I could spend, and I didn't have to justify it. Where'd you go tonight? Well, I went here. I brought $30 home, plus, that's all you made. Yeah, they only paid $30. But meanwhile, I had already spent $60 on the coke and 20 on gas and fucking 10 on a bag of weed. Because in those days, it was like 15 for weed. We got like a gram and a half for $15. It was terrible, Lee. Terrible. You wouldn't have liked it.
Hey, that one brother had some bomb ass weed. Remember, he would sell in 20s, and you would hook it up for us every now and then when we would go to the comedy store.
Yeah, he would
That
come
shit
around and
was
deliver.
fucking bomb,
He'd
dude.
bring it up from up north. Oh, we used to have some good little connections.
I'm shocked that
Dante,
you had good weed.
right?
Don Sleazy. Don Sleazy. Look at Silent Bob getting rushed up.
That shit was tight, dog.
We fucked him up one day in the afternoon when he ate the first cookie. You want a cookie?
No.
We already ate two apiece.
I'll take another one.
No, you didn't. Oh my god.
No, you can't eat another one of these Silent Bob.
more.
Dude, no,
Fuck
you can't do
up.
that.
We're going deep tonight. This is something Auntie Dolores sent me. This is chocolate
They're vegan.
sparkle cookie
They're sugar free.
bliss. Right, guys, I gotta be as honest as I can with you. I was so fucked up on this for 2 days. I was fucked up on this from Sunday night straight to Monday night.
Popping them.
Well, you
Pop
thought they were
them.
10 milligrams,
I
and they
thought
turned out
they
to be
were 10
30.
milligrams.
I didn't feel it until about a half hour ago. The lights just went like that, but it felt good.
Oh my God! This is something that if you get your hands on these, they're gluten free, vegan free. They are
They're free of
so-
vegans. They're no ground up vegans.
They are so fucking good.
Yeah, they're bomb. But that's back in the day when I got all fucked up that one day. Is when you used to go kick it right at the Spice Company and then go to Fortune Gym. And that one guy, Big Mike, remember? Will get you in there, you know, those fat little legs. Oh, god damn, that shit fucking.
Want another one, Lee? One for
No.
one. Take one more to go.
No.
You only got like 10 milligrams.
Oh, I had 100 milligrams.
How do you know?
Because we had one of those cookies before. That's the cookie we had when we freaked out driving down to San Diego.
You guys had a freak out moment?
We got lost in the woods.
Ah, fuck.
Going to
You're
a
wrong, dog.
casino.
You're wrong. I'm telling you.
I know.
I had a freak out moment in San Diego like in 2002, 2001. Fuck.
We used to do an acting class and then get high on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
And then I would go to acupuncture. So there's one day. The deal was if we went to the weed store, the Spice Company, Tuesday at 11 o'clock and opened, he'd bring edibles for us. And we'd be his samplers.
What?
This is early. This
is way before that shit got all popular.
Yes,
Shit.
this is when it was still Rice Krispie treats, chocolate bars. What else?
Like what, it had nugget and fucking peanuts and then covered with chocolate.
Like they were still big.
Yeah, hell yeah, big old fucking.
There were still
Little
big
slabs.
dessert type things, and some of them were delicious, but some of them were just gross.
Yeah.
And if we were there at 11 o'clock, he would give us a deal on weed, but he'd give us bags of Rice Krispie treats. And he didn't know what he was doing. He was a chef. So he kept saying, I think these are strong. I think these are strong. I don't know what I did here.
Other shit with that shit though, it's when they mix it, one fucking cookie or one thing make it more fucking mixture than the other one. You might eat that motherfucker that might be fucking shit up bombing Hiroshima, like it fucking hit my ass.
So it hit him.
That's how I feel right now.
Lee, they had to carry him to the car. His feet were dragging him. I had never ever.
Dude, I just, all it was, we were just hitting mad bong hits inside with
We were
that fool.
doing-
Smoked 2 joints, and then I ate a whole one of those, just a little bar. And then we walked into that Fortune Gym and shit, chilling. And like 15 minutes later, I just started fucking sweating and got all fucking clap. And I was like, dude, I swear to God, dude, the fucking shit was just. And the fucking it was like I was going through a fucked up tunnel, and I just walked outside because I thought I was gonna puke. And I grabbed a hold of the fucking railings, and if it wasn't for the fucking railings, I would have just ate shit.
God, that is so crazy.
That's fucked up.
That's how long we've been doing edibles. That's how, I used to get fucking hammered in the afternoon.
Used to. You
Ralphie,
currently do that.
Ralphie May got tickets for me, him, and somebody else, maybe Gavin Boyd, to go see the Red Sox.
Ooh.
Was it the Red Sox? No.
Oh, that's too bad.
It was the Dodgers against somebody. Oh, against Clemens. But he was a Rocket.
Oh, that sucks.
Houston Astro.
Yeah. Rocket.
I'll never forget Ralphie picking me up, and it was like a garbage bag filled with edibles. But it was a big designer bag, so it was just huge. And these are the days when you went next to Duke's. You know what Duke's is? Next to the Whiskey A Go-Go? 2 doors down from there, they had a weed store. That's how I first went into a weed store. I wouldn't go. Joe Rogan did have the first license for weed here for years. And he would torment me about going to... That's when he used to drive to Crenshaw. It was on Crenshaw on tip only. You went in, you took what you wanted, and you tipped on the way out. And he would bring home lollipops and floaters, and I would go, this is garbage. But then there was a girl that used to sell cookies, and you'd get fucked up. Little cookies. So I was like curious, but I didn't want to go get my license. I just didn't want to put my name in the file. And then one day we're eating breakfast at Duke's. And some black guy comes in and he goes, man, I know you from the comic store. We started talking. He goes, you want to come over and buy some weed? So I went over and started buying weed, and I saw all the shit they had, and I was sold. That's it. Once I went in one time and saw 15 different weeds and 3 sativas and lollipops and candy bars.
You start getting what's going on and shit.
I was like, done. Okay, so
that's
they
a whole
let me
other
in.
world.
They let me in like 10 times, then I went and got a license. And I loved it. I loved the whole experience. That's why I used to go there. The pharmacy. The pharmacy was the place in town, Lee. If you went to the pharmacy, you were a bad motherfucker. Every time you went to the pharmacy, there was tons of action. People shooting dice for weed. They had ice cream. They had like if you paid 60 for weed somewhere, you paid 85 there, and you wanted to, because that was the place to be seen and shit. And I didn't know this. I just went down there because they told me to go down there. And that's when I put $5,000 on one of my credit cards in 1 month.
What?
My girlfriend, Terry Clark, at the time was fucking pissed. She's my wife now.
You did not put $5,000 in 1 month on weed?
300 a day I was putting on this motherfucker. 220.
Oh, you're just getting
180. They had, in those days, they wanted 90 an eighth. Now
how much is it now?
35.
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah.
90 an eighth. I would get 2 eighths.
What?
Some edibles.
Weed was fucking expensive.
Expensive.
Shit was going $70 and $80, and the shit was getting better though.
And I'm smoking an eighth a day.
$3,000 a month?
I'm smoking an eighth a day.
Oh, Jesus.
You always had shit.
Always.
All types of shit.
That's fucked up.
And after that, I slowed it down a little bit. Then Kushmart opened. Once Kushmart opened, they lowered the bar. They always loaded to like 15, and then...
What, as far as pricing and shit?
Yeah, it was like 30
when it started
bucks.
getting reasonable?
Yeah.
Because more weed opened up, and it just got competitive, and motherfuckers couldn't slang it like that anymore.
Kushmart was giving me, for $20, they would give me an edible and a gram of the strongest weed a day, the whatever it was called.
With that Matt's OG?
Yeah, the Matt's OG.
Oh, I thought it was death.
Let me give some shout-outs real quick. Albert DeCilio.
What's up, Al?
Mosey Vasquez.
Hey, Mosey.
Roni Oliver. Grayson DeRiddle. Lauren Rosenkirk. You know I love you, cocksucker. And Richard Barnes. Stay black. I left my glasses in the car, so I'm a little fucked up. Rodrigo, I'm happy you came on tonight.
Hell yeah, man.
I've known you for a long time, before The Longest Yard. I think I knew you before Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, well, fucking with Felipe in 2001. Yeah. That's who I was with over there at the fucking Gilbert's room.
Gilbert's room.
This is Joe Diaz, fool. How you doing, little brother?
So this weekend we're going to the vegan.
Yeah, that fool's getting married.
I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy. He's happy. Monday I started that film. I'm like everybody else, man.
Working.
When I came to this town, I had expectations, but not expectations. I had expectations of maybe doing okay as a stand-up. What was okay as a stand-up? Maybe going on the road, hooking up with a rap band, making money till I OD'd, or whatever the fuck was going to happen to me. That was my expectation. My expectation was never to do TV or film. I knew nothing about that world. Was I interested? Yeah, we're all fucking interested. You're always interested. But it was a world that seemed so far away, Lee, when we first started doing the podcast, he told me he didn't want to talk on the podcast, In his world, it seemed very fucking far away. Now he talks on the fucking podcast. Once you do it and you see that it ain't shit, you know, you're like, this ain't nothing. And I got one of those dog movies again. This is my 6th movie in 5 years. And I do them with Dean Cain and, you know.
Hell yeah.
What's his name? Kevin James's brother.
Oh, Heffernan?
No. That's his character.
Oh. I don't know.
Anyway, they summed the ABC Family. And
yeah.
after the first 2, I got very whatever to them. Like it was just another day, you know. I would still read the script. I would still make notes. I'd still do my job. Mm-hmm. But I always felt very like they were just another day for me, you know. It's not a move that's backwards or forwards. It's just a move I make once a year or sometimes twice a year. And they're kids' movies. And from time to time, people come up to me and go, hey, man, I saw you on a kids' movie on Twitter. Joey's on ABC Family or whatever. So when they called me for the 6th one, I got to be honest with you, I didn't want to do it.
And why is that?
Been there, done that. I'm not you know, I don't like milking stuff. I'm not going to go on stage and go, this guy's been seeing a dog that saved Halloween.
You don't want to be part of the franchise no more?
No, it wasn't that. It just was that I want to move on to something else in the back of my mind. What that is, I don't know. In the back of my mind, but they do them in December. It's not like I miss a bunch of stuff. They accommodate you to the max. They don't pay you the most amount of money. But guys, it's work. You know, today I got a little confused and I was thinking about that some of the staff on the crew, that they both basically get 100 a day, and most of them volunteer for credit or to learn to do what they're doing. And for a couple minutes I was like, oh my God, they fucking go there and they do this all day for 12 hours for free? That's a ripoff. And I go, wait a second. We did the same thing for years. I still do it. You still do it. Lee, you got to do it. You have to give them your time before they give you anything anymore.
Hell yeah.
Anything anymore. You go to a job at UPS, you got to do the application. You got to drive there, walk, park the car, go back there, give your ID.
You're already
do
working for free.
Thing. Yeah, it's amazing how much you have to give before somebody gives you something back. And a lot of people don't understand that concept. Like when they start a career, whether it's security guard or something, like somebody might say to you, listen, bro, I'm a bodyguard. You know, you want to fucking learn how to be a bodyguard? Be here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. You'll shadow me. How much you going to pay me? Nothing. You're going to learn. You're going to see how I open the door for people. Fuck that. I ain't doing nothing for free. Okay, you're going to sit at home.
That's what happened.
And that's basically the fuck it. So it's just, I got caught up with that. Like, I can't believe the producers don't pay these kids. They work 12 hours. Fuck.
Everybody has to pay their fucking dues, man.
How many fucking comedy shows for years it cost you $6 in gas or $3 in gas or $8 to get a fucking drink, a soda or something, and you go on stage and you do it. You know you're doing a loser night. You're doing a loser night.
But you still got to do it.
Yeah, you minus $10 at the end of the night. You drop $10 to go do this fucking gig. But then you go, you know what? But I did the gig. I'm not losing money on these movies. But after 3 days, I got to tell you something. When I drove the first day, I was like, this is a mistake. When I got to the trailer and I looked at the wardrobe, I said, this is a mistake. But after I did 2 or 3 scenes, and then Dean Cain came in, I did some scenes with him, and I did some scenes, and today I had to dress up like a woman. Which I really fucking hate and despise.
Do you have a picture of it?
No.
Why do you need it?
No.
I don't take pictures. I don't take pictures. You know, I don't take pictures. All right?
What do you wear?
I don't know. A wig. That is something.
Dress?
That is something that I've always
Heels
fucking
and shit.
despised. And when I went through the script, I called those guys up. And I said, listen, I know that's part of the script, me dressing up like a woman, but I'm no Steve McQueen. I can't tell you to change the script or whatever. All I want is that we shoot it quick. I don't feel good in a fucking dress. I just never liked it. I don't get the gag. After I walk out, I still got this fucking get-up on. I don't get it. And I got to sit there with makeup. And I had to pee today, so I had to walk across the whole mall with a skirt on with a hooded sweatshirt. Like some fucking gay gangbanger. And I had to go up an elevator and see another 8 people. I had mascara. I look like Mimi from fucking what's her name? I'm the fucking ugliest woman you've ever seen in your fucking life. But I did it, and I gotta tell you something, guys. On the drive home, Listen, that's what an actor does, is to go outside his comfort zone. You know, I don't feel comfortable in a dress. Why, Joey? Because you're anti. No, I'm not anti nothing. I got dick. All right? I don't want to wear a fucking dress. I got a dick between my legs. Just something about having that. I don't want to fucking wear a dress. Okay?
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, Joey, you're saying gay guys wear dresses. What about? No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying in my fucking world, I don't want to fucking wear a dress. No, do I want to have mascara on, no makeup? I don't want nobody to get confused. You understand? You know, I go for a White Castle burger right now.
Oh, yeah, but did they put mascara
Like just
on you?
one White Castle burger.
A jalapeno on that.
Just one White Castle burger right now with a Diet Pepsi. Who's better than you, Lee? No, they put mascara on and a wig and earrings. That's not the point. The point is,
This is.
when I got in the fucking car, I was like, wow, I didn't get mad today. I didn't get pissed off. Nothing. I mean, the day went smooth. I played it funny. I did the best job I
Hell
could.
yeah.
You know, I made some notes, and then when
That's
you get to
what's
the
up.
set, you access the set, and you see what you can play with and what limitations you got. And it's like, you know, for me, I do these stupid fucking ABC films. There are kids involved. You know, they have okay food. The people are very nice. I've done 4 movies with 60% of the people. They haven't moved on. This is a crew that they do 2 Disney movies and like 4 Lifetime movies a year. So when they come to do a movie, if it takes somebody else 30 days, it takes these motherfuckers 16.
Damn, half.
They'll shoot fucking 10 pages in 3 hours. We shot that fucking jewelry store scene today. And I know the lyrics. I know my words, 70% of my words going in. Once we start rehearsing and blocking and fucking, I get that shit down, you're done. You know, you're done. So, but I felt good about it.
Just went in there and tore it up.
When I was driving in, I felt shitty. And I bet a lot of people who listen to the podcast and go to work every day, sometimes they feel shitty about driving to work.
Fuck
the
yeah.
boss or something.
Hell yeah.
But by the 3rd day, even though you didn't get a raise, even though
You just say it's not that bad.
it's not that bad, you made your money, but you learned something, and you helped somebody, and you did a good job doing it. Yeah. And at the end of the week, you forget about those things. Sometimes we're always caught up in money and why we should make more, but we forget about doing the job right, when maybe we had the opportunity to do it wrong. Maybe he ain't at least not watching me. I don't have to lick these envelopes. Fuck these bitches. Let the
That's a great job.
You know.
Envelope looker. Fuck these bitches.
what the fuck, you know? It's gonna
Like
be
a little
envelopes,
cat
it's gonna
tongue
be
and
licking
shit.
dicks and shit. Whatever the fuck you like licking. But I'm very fortunate that listen, who's working in December? Who do you know that's on a job for 8 days on December? And tomorrow I got a short day. I go in at 12. I'll probably work till 7. Friday I'm the first shot, but then I have nothing till like the 8th shot. So today I wrote 2 pages of shit, just little things,
yeah.
you know. So I'm never missing a beat, you know.
Is it cool to have a trailer? Those always seem like they'd be fun.
Listen, the size of this trailer is the size of that couch.
Really?
Yeah, it's garbage. I have the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I don't even fit. If I pull the bed down, I don't fit in the bathroom. I gotta pull the bed up, and I fit. And I wish I was lying to you people at home. I do not fit in the bathroom if the little couch is down.
The little couch.
I don't know if it's a couch, a bed, a ping pong poom. I don't know what the fuck it is. But that's, you know, it's not a trailer, Lee. I have a plug for my phone. I have a mirror. I have a thing where I put my knee pads so I can fucking fall on my knees if they throw me down. You know, it's whatever. I don't. And for the longest short, I had a great trailer. I had a DVD player. I had air conditioning. I had everything in that fucking room, you know. Some movies, you get boxes. Some movies, they smell like piss, the trailers. You know, some movies, you can't believe you're in this fucking hole. But this is it. This is the life you chose. So you look at little things like that. Every once in a while, you snap. I almost snapped yesterday because the air conditioner broke in the trailer. And it was just my fucking trailer. They're like, why don't you move your stuff to number 5? Really? Now? So I opened up the back window and I opened up the front door. At least I had circulation. And once you just lay down and I'm making notes, the air flows through. But Lee, how lucky am I, whether I have air or not? I'm working on a movie that's going to get released. That not everybody's going to see it, but it's a movie. I
Hell
never
yeah.
thought I'd
That's
be
real shit.
I never thought I'd be in a fucking movie, you know? I never thought I'd do anything. Not that I'm better than anybody. I just never thought in my mind that stand-up would lead to fucking doing a movie with Superman. I look at that motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker was Superman. I wonder if he's so super, if he knows how many fucking buds of weed I got in my pocket. His X-ray vision. Fuck him. He's a nice kid, though. Dean Cain's a really nice kid. And you know something about that motherfucker? He knows everything.
Is it bright fool?
On a set. Well, he went to Princeton.
All right.
Really?
One of those. Where'd he go? Check it out. You gonna sit there and leave me hanging? You fuck?
I don't know. I thought you
went to
knew.
Princeton. He's
You
a
gonna
bright
eat one of
dude.
these chocolate bonbons or what?
No.
Not even for your Uncle Joe. You're not in the mood to eat a chocolate bombini. A little chocolate bombini, leave fungalomuni.
Princeton.
Princeton. So he went to Princeton.
That's crazy.
But his father was a director. He directed Young Guns.
Oh shit.
So he knew his way around the set. He goes, by the age of 15, I carried wire, I set this up.
That's cool.
He goes, he worked at every division. So it's really crazy when you work with a guy like that he knows exactly where to stand. He doesn't even need to set a marker. Like, you'd just be walking, and go, Joey, cut an inch towards my foot. Step on my foot. Like, he'll say shit like that, and he'll go, I'll show you in a second. After you do it, he'll show you why. He'll go, I wanted the camera to get your neck. And you're like, he's even looking out for the actor next to him. That's how good he is. I've learned, again, I've been a buddy movie with him. When I got into that buddy movie with him, it was 2009. I had no idea how to act. I didn't know nothing, dog.
So you're just in there just being Joey Diaz and shit. Give him the
I
flavor.
did The Longest Shot in 2005, but it was an ensemble. This is me and somebody else. And you got to give that whole combination flavor. And he's not the funny guy. He's the straight guy. So I learned how to do that. Never in my dream did I learn about being Abbott and Costello. I know nothing like that. But unless you get involved, that's all I'm saying. In 2 years, I hope you do become a fucking attorney. And you can still do your comedy game. You can still do your little fucking comedy game. And you can still pick up 100 here, 200 here on the fucking...
Oh, hell
as
yeah.
long, you know who to fucking fuck with on the road, and who
Oh, yeah.
give my money up front. I'll do a little contract for you and shit. And you're learning, and they're learning. People say to you, Silent, why are you doing that contract for $250? You get $500. Really? How many did you do last week?
Oh, hell yeah.
1. I did 3 at $250, so that means I beat you. I did 3 at $250, which made me $750, and you did 1 at $5.
Straight
So who's
stack.
ahead of the game? And every one of them was done differently. So I learned the experience on how to do each one differently. Lee, I'm ashamed of you tonight. Look at you.
Why is that, buddy?
How fucked up are you tonight?
I'm super fucked up, like I know it would be. Hello.
We got planned this weekend with your mother.
Going to dinner with
I'm
her.
very
and
proud of
Paul.
you, Lee. I don't have a mother, but if I did, I'd treat mine the way you did, except taking her to Jeopardy. I'd pay the $20. And what about you should have got the mother-in-laws together and made them go to Jeopardy.
Oh,
together.
no. Paula can't. She's studying, so I can't translate.
What about the mother-in-laws? Oh, you can't translate. You don't need to translate. They're
Yes, I
mother-in-laws.
do.
They hug you. They talk about how much they like to cook for you. How lucky are you that your mother came out to see you? Fuck.
It's great.
What are you taking her tomorrow?
Perch, the place with the French fries that you don't like.
Oh, you're taking the whole family down on the train. That's
Yeah.
right. And then what are you doing Friday with your mom?
I don't know. We'll figure Friday out. Oh wait, no, we're having Hanukkah Friday night.
At your house.
Yeah.
And what's she cooking?
Hanukkah.
Brisket.
Oh shit.
And then Saturday, what are we doing?
The schedule.
We can hang out. I
I'm
don't know.
taking her to Felipe's wedding.
No,
I was taking her to Felipe's wedding.
my mom can't go to a vegan Mexican wedding.
Why not?
I have to prepare her for my
Listen,
Mexican
let's
wedding.
lash the vegans and let's just hang out with the Mexicans and throw some heat and speak Spanish.
I need to prepare her for my eventual half Mexican
And what are
wedding.
you going to do Sunday with her?
Oh fuck! What's that museum in Culver City? Museum of Tolerance.
Yeah.
That she
Where
wants
the
to go
Jews
to.
go to suffer?
The Wiesenthal Center.
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Right there
The
off
Museum of Tolerance.
Pico, right?
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's a tolerance museum. They give you the history of like the Holocaust and shit and how it started.
Why do Jews want to go see that? Only Jews want to go see other Jews suffer. Oh, isn't it sad? Yeah, it's sad. It's done. Leave it alone. You don't see me going to Cuban museums to look at other Cubans crying and shit.
But the thing with that
kicked in the
dude,
stomach. Who needs that race?
but Wiesenthal, he actually chased like those those criminals, Nazi war criminals, and brought them to justice and shit.
I love it. I love what
Jewish
he did. But why do you
superhero.
gotta go see the Museum of Tolerance? You
Well,
can't
Mom
just-
wants
what
to
about
go.
like fucking Nagasaki? Can't you go see a Japanese museum where see a bunch of Japanese people getting stepped on by Godzilla?
It's not as
You gotta go see
exciting.
your own people suffer. Only Jews go see their own people suffer. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Get it together, huh?
We like to.
What's wrong
check
with
it out.
museums anyway? There's no action in museums. Nobody's slipping. Why are you even there with your mom, Lee? Isn't
That's where
that
she
your
wants to go.
Who,
He's all,
why
my
fucking
mom.
tell you that? Who gives a fuck what mom wants to do? You're the Captain Kirk of the Enterprise.
tell her it's
Go to the
closed.
fucking Santa Anita. Santa Anita open?
Oh, she would hate that.
Who cares? She wins $20. Was she gonna win 20
She
at the
wouldn't
museum?
even put out 20 cents.
No, she don't need to. You just say, Mom, I'm gonna put 20 up for your watch, so she's gonna win some money. And you hand her $25. Watch the look on her face. Well, I just won 25. Yes, you did, Mom. How did I do that? You bet a horse. What's the name of the horse? Fancy Green. I like this horse over here. His name is Bahama Mama. Okay, well, bet the fucking Bahama Mama. Next thing you know, they bet $10 and she wins again. Now you got a fucking hook. Then you look her in the face and you listen, you dirty bitch. What would you rather do? Go to the Museum of Tolerance and see a bunch of Jews getting thrown in an oven, or fucking win $20 fucking dollars? That's what you want to go see, a bunch of Jews looking up, screaming as they're getting tossed into some fucking oven. I need that shit in my life. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to go see nobody suffer no more. You know, I don't want to see nobody suffer. Who wants to, you want to kill a chicken or something? I'm all right with that. You want to step on a fly? Go be it. I'm going to go see pictures of Chinese people getting stabbed by
Fucking heads cut off and shit.
Who needs that shit?
Thank
man?
God no one can cancel us.
Well, they're going to cancel what? We're talking the
You're
truth
talking
here.
about throwing Jews in ovens?
That's what, didn't Hitler do that? Well, I didn't make that up.
Isn't that like a picture of them falling into ovens?
Yes, they do. Somebody had them in one of those dictionaries. I wouldn't look at them. He would put like butter on the sheets and then tip the oven so they slid in back.
That's terrible.
I know, he did creepy shit.
Oh, my mom was gonna know you said that.
Who said that? Who?
Oh, I said my mom was gonna know you said
Nobody's
that.
gonna know. Jews don't listen to this. They're at home counting 20s. Fucking listen to this garbage. They're at home fucking making it happen.
Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
How do we get on poor Jewish people?
I
Don't
have
bother
no
me.
idea.
The Wiesenthal Center.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Museum of-
I wouldn't fucking step foot in there. I don't want to see that shit. Those poor people suffering.
Museum of Tolerance.
I heard what they did to those poor Jews. I just hear it like in conversation with their scalps and shit. That's nothing to even talk about for me. Like, I don't want to talk. I didn't turn that oven joke as a joke. That's the truth. I don't want to see pictures of them suffering with their mouths open. I never saw that movie. Spielberg?
Schindler's List.
No.
It's fucked up.
No. I don't deal with that shit. It's not my bag.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I watched 12 Hours a Slave because I was on a plane. Whatever the fuck. What is it?
12 years a
12
slave.
years a slave.
12 hours?
I was a slave
12
for 12 hours,
One
brother.
manner as much. Like one shift.
Whatever the fuck he is. 12 days a slave. And the first 30 minutes, guys, I was so fucking uncomfortable.
I hate when they get whipped.
And I was on the plane. You can't jump off the window. You can't say, turn this off. And I worked it out, and I made peace with myself. When I saw Amistad, I felt weird. When I saw Last Temptation of Christ, I feel weird. When I saw Apocalypto, which is a classic film, they fuck those little Mexicans up. Those are new breed Mexicans. They hang out down by Alvarado. You will see them on the side streets just running there. Lee Syatt,
Yes,
bad
buddy.
motherfucker. You
Hi.
got your mom coming out. My main man, Rodrigo
Hell yeah, what's happening?
Torres throwing some heat.
Everybody.
This is a time of the year I hate this time of the
Why,
fucking
Christmas time? Holidays?
No. I'm not one of those pussies.
Or
I just always think about December 12th. You know, I'm trying to write a book. And I write every day now. I try to write a story.
And what are you writing about? Your life? Or
Different segments and the things I learned. But about 4 weeks ago, I was in Philadelphia. And Thursday night, a handful of these friends of mine came that were friends, but not really. Like, we grew up in different paths, but we all bought coke from the same person or something. So we all knew each other. You want a cookie, Lee?
Not even a little bit.
All right, you want to smoke a half a number?
No.
And this guy, Frankie, came up to me. He goes, the last time I saw you was in a rocket ship. Which a rocket ship was under 88th Street Park. It was a kid's park.
okay,
And there was a rocket ship. And I would go there at 3 in the morning. and finished the rest of my coke. I had a winter jacket that was ripped. I probably had like an 8-ball maybe. And he said I had $1,500. I had no money. Why would I be under a rocket ship if I had money? If I had $1,500, I'd be at the tip-top hotel. So it was like $22 for a room for the night, you know. But I just found solace under this thing. And there was a water fountain. And every morning I woke up to kids yelling. And I would go over and they'd say, "Mister, wake up. You're fucking embarrassing." And I remember one night it rained. I had to go to the second floor in the rocket ship, but I didn't fit. So I had to like sleep in a circle. You know, and I was skinny then, I could fit, but just all these memories. When he told me this, I always thought about the rocket ship, but I had never written it down, and I had never discussed it. But December 12th that year, I was living with this friend of mine's family, and they found out about the coke, and they asked me if I could leave, and I had no money. I had a bag of clothes, and I would ditch my clothes at my friend's house, and at night, instead of going home, I would tell my friends to drop me off on the corner, and when their car would disappear, I'd go under the rocket ship. And I'd sit under the rocket ship and snort coke and cry. And I think, but those 12 days, those are the lowest days of my life. I was right around, I was 30%, I was 70% homeless. The only thing I had on my side is I had 3 friends that let me into their house to take showers, and they'd give me clothes that belonged to their father. And I'd squeeze a 20 out of one of them, or a 10, just to go to the bar. You know, just to go to the bar. Because once I had a 20 to go to the bar, from there, I'll take it from there. I'm the type of dude, give me a 20 just to get to the bar. In an hour, I'll have $150, an 8-ball. I know who's cutting the deal tonight. But I need that first 20 for face. You can't go into a bar and cut a deal if you're on the tab. But if you put a 20 on the bar, like, let's see what this guy's got to say. Yeah, listen, what do you want to do? I got a guy who could be here with a grand ball. We don't need it right now. But about we give you 200 now, we'll pick it up later. All right, now you got 200 to play with all day. I got 200 to play with. They're not going to pick up their 8-ball till 8 o'clock at night. You can do 1,000 things with 200, or not even bring it back. You know, I mean, but those 12 days, I was subhuman. Like, I feel more guilty about those 12 days than going to prison or kidnapping Vela.
It's real low and dark.
It was just disgusting. I would wake up in the morning, I wouldn't brush my teeth. I go right to the bar. I go to a friend's, take a shower, maybe use my finger and brush my teeth that way. I go to Hashways, eat on the arm, and I go to a bar and start my bullshit story for the day. Try to get somebody to buy a gram, and another gram, that's 2 grams for 200. That means I get an 8-ball. I sell another half a gram for 50. I got 50 to put in my pocket, plus a gram of blow for me for later. You follow me? That was my whole racket. But at the end of the night, I went and slept in a fucking rocket ship. I did that till the 31st. I did that till like the 30th or the 29th. And I got a hotel room, and I found another pigeon, and I robbed him for $2,000. I never went back. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's just, this is like, I think about the 12th, and it's the 10th, or it's Friday. Friday, I'll be thinking, and you say to me, like, Joey, why would you think about that? Because that's what keeps me alive today, thinking about those times. When I would get up in the morning. That's why when I get up in the morning, I do shit. Because I remember just getting up in the morning and being under a fucking rocket ship and thinking about how the fuck you got there. Like, how the fuck did I get under this table? Like, are we fucking crazy? It was horrible. That's it. That's what's on my mind.
Like a savage.
Because you were looking at me on weirdly. What's up, dog?
God damn.
Not much, buddy.
You gonna go home now and see mom?
I'm gonna hope she's asleep by the time I get
It's
home.
Early bird.
No, she has to be asleep.
All right, so I'll see you at the wedding on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Saturday.
And yeah, can we plug the podcast? What's up,
Sure.
fool?
What's up, fool?
Please listen to us. What's up, fool? Podcast on Stitcher, iTunes, and SoundCloud. And
See,
we just,
Rodrigo's the level-headed one. Felipe comes in, he's yelling.
you know, it's because I know how you are. You know, like sometimes we'll laugh too loud. And hey, relax. You're around white people. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, relax.
Relax,
You're
bro.
around
What the
white
fuck
people.
is going on here?
Can't be laughing loud. People knocking on the door.
So yeah. The podcast, Felipe Esparza's podcast, and it's on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. And we just had Emilio Rivera from Sounds of Anarchy. He was on this podcast. Emilio Rivera.
Twice.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
He's a good
Fucking
dude.
right there by, he lived by Mondo originally where I met him, when up the street where Felipe lived in that same little neighborhood. It was cool. So yeah, other than that, and I'll be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach on December 21st. everybody, if you want to go out there. Bless you. That Latino night. Benny Money.
Wow,
Benny
we booked that a month in advance. I'm out.
Bless you.
With Benny Menace.
Excuse me, people. I'm very sorry. There's an allergy in the room.
Cat hair's loose as shit. But other than that, yeah, man, fucking thank you very much for having me, man. Coco, you know, you keep it real.
The fucking family got Lisa Syatt over here eating edibles. You ate an edible in the car. We don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah, tearing that shit up.
Emilio's show ended last night, and it was a great show. You know, people were disappointed with how it ended and whatnot. You know, how can you end the show like that? I would have liked to see him gone on a blaze of glory and shot it out with people. But
and how did it get you? Did it fuck you up? How about the Sopranos ending? Like to contrast with that shit. Remember when that shit? Everybody complained about the ending, how it went out like that. Was it that shitty, or not like that? It was shitty, but it was like that, or was it different, uncomfortable, or
both of those endings were endings with meanings that, if you watch the show, you got later on. You know, I don't know what the meaning of the Tony Soprano one was. You know, but I know that some people looked at it like. And this one here, he ices himself, and I'm sorry I'm spoiling it for people. But he pulls in front of a truck, and you figure out it's the same truck that drove Gemma to die. You know, so you have to look at it as, well, who was this guy in the truck? Was he a sort of god, whatever? Because it was Michael Chiklis, who plays the truck driver. And he gives Gemma the ride to Oregon, where he comes and kills her. And hunts her down. His own mother on the show, he shoots her. Which that was a bizarre ending.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
You know,
the dude shoots his own mom?
Yeah, he shoots the mother, and it's a great scene. It's a very strong scene. I mean, they did a great job with the show, and it's, you know, I told my wife today, it wasn't the best show on TV. People get mad at me, like, Joey, what the fuck? You know, what do you mean the neighbor's pussy? And it's a joke. It's about the neighbor's pussy. I'm not talking about nothing bad. It's not the best show on television by far. But it's got entertaining aspects of it. It's got a lot of bullshit aspects. If you know anything about bikers, it's too sanitized, you know. But it's entertaining. Me and my wife like it. And the main reason why I watch it is because Emilio's on it.
Hell yeah.
I would see him and he'd ask me if I watched this show, and I'd feel embarrassed. So that's the real reason why I started to watch it. I fell in love with him, and Jimmy Smits is hard not to fall in love with. And I love Charlie Hunnam, the guy who plays Jax Teller. Yeah. I fucking love that.
Fool's badass too.
So, you know, that's what happens. TV shows end. Am I upset about the ending? Well, who gives a fuck? Life goes on. There was still traffic on the 405 this morning at 6:30.
That's what I'm saying.
Last time I checked, bitches.
Small potatoes.
What do you think, Lisa? Yeah, let's end this motherfucker. Let's give a shout out to the best motherfucking sponsors in the world. Let's start out with On It. Always a sale going on it. If you miss a 24-hour sale, they're going to have another spectacular sale coming soon. Let me know. If you don't know dick about On It, let me tell you what it's all about. It's about making you a better motherfucker. That's what it's about. Mentally, physically, stronger, the whole fucking thing. Spiritually. How? Because you're healthy. You're thinking on both cylinders. If you don't believe me, start with motherfucking Alpha Brain. Just start with Alpha Brain. Money back guarantee. What the hell do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Ugats. Nothing. And you know what? If you're not firing, if you're a little retarded, if things aren't working out for you, if you're forgetting your fucking name, try Alpha Brain. Give me a fucking break with this shit. You know what? Right now I'm at the end of a cycle, but I'm going to get back on it on the new year. Once I figure out what I want to do and when I write my book and shit. That's what, you know, Rogan went out to dinner. He told Lee he eats 2 of them before his...
4, and then 4 in the middle.
Before of his UFC. So he eats 8 of them during the UFC, so everything's always firing. You stay sharp. Go to onit.com. Start with Alpha Brain. If you go to a Chinese restaurant and the pork fried rice sucks, you ain't going to get nothing else unless you're a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Right? If the pork fried rice sucks, what else are you going to order? Well, let's try the moochie duck. No, it's going to suck even more. Get the fuck out of it. They don't know what they're doing. These people know what they're doing. They just paid a ton of money for clinical testing on Alpha Brain.
Yeah.
But I'm not just selling you Alpha Brain. I'm also trying to tell you to get the Shroom Tech for greater endurance and greater, what's the word we're looking for?
Durability?
Fuck, you know, no, when you fly and you don't want germs. The Shroom Tech Sport Immune for your immune system. Let's say you eat somebody's asshole. You don't want to be coughing the next day. You pop 2 of those Shroom Tech Immunes.
Keep that
and you're
immune
fucking
system
singing like an opera singer. Sometimes you eat pussy, you get a sore throat the next day because your throat's not familiar with the pussy germs. So you start talking weird, you end up going to the doctor. He tells you got a sore throat, but meanwhile you just ate some. Was it bad pussy? Not at all. It was just it's got germs in this, and there's always like a little yeast. It's always like a little yeast infection in the manqua. And you put it in your fucking throat, and that's what happens.
How many sore throats have you gotten from eating
like 22.
pussy?
If you eat some good pussy from time to time, you also get those blinkers in your, those blisters in your mouth. You get these little white blisters with a little like white cum in there. I popped 80 of those. I used to eat this. I used to eat this chick that was on not DMT, but the other shit.
DMT.
The Special K. What is it?
Special Molly's
GHB.
No, MDM, GHB. And she used to leak this clear thing out of her pussy. I didn't give a fuck. I'd snort that up like a fucking clam.
I don't even know I just threw shit.
Like a fucking clam. I'd snort
What's the
that.
muscles?
Just like that, Lisa. Yeah. All right. What are we talking about? On it! That's what I'm saying.
I forgot.
So if you bump into somebody's monkey, eat some On It Shroom Tech. I love On It. Go to joeydiaz.net or go to the On It page and press in.
Church,
CHURCH. And get 10% off your On It order. Don't fuck around. They have a Stay On It program. They deliver the stuff right to your door on a monthly motherfucking level. Who's better than On It? Also, a shout out to my main man, Dave Foley, who was on a very interesting podcast last week. IronDragonTV.com. If you're into classic martial arts film, Yip Man, Ip Lu, what's the names?
Ip Man series.
Ip Man series, Jet Li. If you're into all that kind of
Jackie Chan,
the Assassins,
Action
the Thieves, action movies.
movies.
If you're into fucking smoking dope, Tai Chi, what is it?
I think it was Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, come on, Lee, you're slipping here. You're supposed to be on top. Let's get the notebook out. You're supposed to get the Chinese menu and shit. You got a bunch of class. No, I went to their webpage. It's pretty interesting.
That's tight.
No, it's very tight. The Assassin, the Thieves, Jackie Chan, 1911. They got all these tremendous movies for you. Go to Iron Dragon TV right now. I think there's 2 words. Just go to IronDragonTV.com. Save us the aggravation and press on what?
Joey,
Joey, and get 2 free movies to start off with. Just go with that. Also, 2015, when you're sitting there and your TV looks like dick, they're going to have the 4K technology, correct?
absolutely.
Cool. And Lee went down to the office to check it out.
It was so cool.
I'm not a fucking genius about this, but I'm telling you, this Foley guy's a sharp guy. I love him. I trust him. He's got some shit coming out that's going to make your fucking head spin.
Dude, 4K looks so good.
It looks tremendous. Looks fucking tremendous. And he's going to have the technology like a fucking savage. That's why we do business with people who are on top. We don't want to do business with fucking mooks.
Bottom feeders and shit.
VHS and shit. Iron Dragon TV right now. We spoke about On It. And how can we forget the favorite underwears in the fucking world? I had them on today on the set. MeUndies.com. You want comfort? You want a nice fit? The cup holds your fucking nuts together.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and fresh. Go to MeUndies.com. Go to their page. They don't fuck around. MeUndies has a great page. They got women. They got thongs. They got the boxer short. They got the cut briefs. They got T-shirts. But it all starts at MeUndies.com. You're saying, Joey, why should I go there? You know why, cocksucker? Because right now, till the end of December 31st, they're giving you what? Free shipping?
And
20%
off.
20% off for saying the code word.
Joey,
Joey, Joey, MeUndies.com. I swear to fucking God, they're comfortable as hell. When you're wearing them, they fucking float. I wear them with a gi at jiu-jitsu. I don't even know I have them on. And it surrounds your legs so the sweat don't go down your nutsack. Everything is controlled. You take them off later on. They don't smell. Your nuts don't smell. And that's what you want, confidence. You don't want to take your nuts on. A woman says your nuts smell like fucking garlic powder. You don't need that in your life. MeUndies.com. Start the year off with some fresh, cheaper than fucking you're going to buy at the store. And guess what? Again, they get delivered to your house. Free shipping. MeUndies.com. What's the code word they use?
Joey,
Joey, or go to joeydiaz.net. What, Lee? What?
How lucky are we? What other podcast is so worried about the way people's balls smell?
I want my fucking listeners, I want people who listen to this to leave the house with confidence. I've been one of those people, leave the house 4 in the morning. You don't know what your balls smell like. Some chick wants to suck your horn. Some chick wants to suck your horn, and you got no water around. You got to sit there and play guessing game. So when nobody's looking, you got to slip your hand down your pants and scrub the top of your helmet. You've ever done that? And then sniff your helmet. It's got that dry piss smell to it. And that's when two people come along, either Hand Me Wipes,
Yeah.
from Dr. whatever his name is, or MeUndies, because the MeUndies materials pulls the moisture from your nutsack and your dick sack. Trust me, go to MeUndies.com. Why are we talking about this shit? I'm just trying to help you out. I don't want you to go to a New Year's party, bump into a freak that wants to suck your horn, and your dick smells like malaria. And then you're like, Joey, my dick smelled. Why? Because you didn't have MeUndies on. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And also, you want to start the year off right in a nutritious fucking state of mind. There's no snacks out there for you at the time. What, those things in the vending machine? With the shitty fucking potato chips and barbecue flavor? That shit'll fucking kill you. You understand me? I may be a fat fuck, but I don't eat nothing from a vending machine. You know why? Because I got fucking naturebox.com at the house. The best. Tremendous, nutritious, fat-free snacks, gluten-free. They got whatever the fuck you want. You know what they got right now? One word, free. Free. That's how much they believe in their fucking product. We're not asking you for dick up front. All we're asking you is to go to the box and press in Joey Diaz. You're going to get four
just Joey.
Joey, you're going to get 4 little bags and 1 big bag of nutritious, healthy snacks like chocolate bonbons, cocoa almonds, the rice, the blackened, the pepper and salt lentil beans. You're going to get some shit that's going to blow your fucking mind. Their menu grows on a motherfucking daily. Tell them, don't just sit there like a fucking zombie like they threw you off of the set of Breaking Bad. I'm talking to you from the heart here. Go to naturesbox.com. It's going to blow your mind. And you know what? I'm not looking for dick. I'm looking to tell you it's free. Right now to the 31st of the month, free. Absolutely free. What do you press in the box?
Joey.
No credit card required. You give me your address. Within 5 days, you have healthy, delicious snacks delivered right to your fucking door. Who's better than you? And you know what that means? You don't have to leave the house.
Oh, the best.
And they have resealable bags. They are delicious.
But you won't need to reseal them.
No, once I open them, they go down.
Yeah, they're
it's
gone.
like opening up a gram of blow. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting your dick sucked. You don't get a half a blow job. No. You shoot that fucking. You shoot that load in that helmet until the wig twists. Same thing. That's what Nature Box offers for you. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget, next Wednesday I'm at the Long Beach Improv with Dean Delray doing a rock and roll live fucking podcast. And then myself and Lee will be at the Ice House, Pasadena, New Year's Eve, January 31st, the 8 o'clock show, which means you'll be out of there by 10:15. Doing whatever the fuck you want to do. You're not stuck at some show. Let's count backwards. Why? You've heard it 1,000 times. You watch Sesame Street. Go home, fuck her in the ass, get some champagne, pour some champagne on her pussy and suck it like a savage. That's what real gangsters do on New Year's Eve. They're not out jumping up and down. Look at me. Get the fuck out of here. Go home, you fuck.
Two things.
What?
It's the Long Beach Laugh Factory, not the Improv. Second.
Long Beach Laugh Factory. Next Wednesday, December 17th, 8 o'clock, we'll be over there rocking the house. What else, Lee?
And December 31st is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve at Pasadena. The church making it
Hell
big.
yeah.
Saturday, we got Felipe's wedding. We'll report on the vegan dishes. We'll report on the menus to you motherfuckers if anybody gets thrown off the balcony. And beside that, I love you guys. Thank you very much for listening to be a part of the church tonight. Stay black and stay healthy.
Hell yeah. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, Rodrigo Torres Jr., Jr. JR. And also, that's it, man. Thank you very much. You guys have a good time, man. Fucking peace out.
I have a new hummus t-shirt at Syatt.com if you want to check it out. Now that the show's over, don't forget to go to naturebox.com and sign up to get your free... What the fuck? That's gross. Oh, fuck.
That shit got you?
I don't know. He's straight as a judge. Look at him.
Oh, no, I'm not.
He's not high at all. He's,
All right.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Who wants another cookie?
No, I'm not. I'm just going to
Huh?
play this song.
No. Oh, you'll be fucked up on the way home.
No, that the show's over. Don't forget to go to naturebox.com and sign up to get your free sampler box. Naturebox.com/Joey. That's naturebox.com/Joey. What are you doing? Oh, they're not going to like this. MeUndies.com/Joey. Get 20% off your first order of men's and women's underwear. And you're gonna get.
What the fuck's he saying? Anybody know?
And you'll get 20% off your first order and free shipping in the United States and Canada. Go to onnit.com, use code WordChurch to get 10% off any of their great supplements like Alpha Brain and New Mood. And go to IronDragonTV.com and use code WordJoey to get 2 free rentals.